Welcome to a new video of Algebra Wonder. In this video, we will learn about absolute value equation. So, what is absolute value equation? Absolute value equation is an algebraic equation that include variable inside the absolute value. So, here is this equation because it's two equal expression. I have an equal here, okay? And then I have an unknown inside the absolute value, okay? And that's it. This is why it's called absolute value equation. So the unknown is inside the absolute value, okay? Here is another example. And here is another example, okay? So as much as the unknown or the variable is inside the absolute value symbol, so this will be an absolute value equation. So let us go back quickly to review what is absolute value. Absolute value is the distance of a number from 0 on the number line. So if I say what is absolute value of -4, is what is the distance from 0 to -4 on the number line. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 steps. So absolute value of -4 is 4. Same thing, absolute value of 4 is what? Is how far? 4 from 0, which is 4 steps, so it's 4. Now, here is a project. Imagine if Minneapolis want to actually build a library within 1 mile from Justice Page. So here is Justice Page Middle School on the Google map, and this is the measuring here. So the engineers say, oh, we need to have a library that is 1 mile away. So where is that? Where is this X gonna be? You know, where exactly? So we noticed something really interesting here. Here is Justice Page. You can see that I did what? Oh, and also they want to build it on Nicollet. Because people say, which direction I go? This way or this way or this way? Which direction, you know? So they want to have the library on Nicollet. And it's 1 mile away from Justice Page. So here is the engineer. He used Google Map. And he measured the distance. Where is the 1 mile exactly from Justice Page? But then he figured out that we have 2 directions. Either they go to the right for Nicollet or they go to the left of Nicollet. So now they say, you know what? For your X here, which is the distance to the library, which is, you know, we have 2 options. If we imagine Justice Page is 0 and the number line, so you can go to the right 1 mile of, you know, at 1, or go to the left also 1 mile at -1 on the number line. Okay? So they say, you know what? X, which is a distance, I mean, it can be at a position, X is 1, or also it can be a position, X is -1. Because both of them has the same distance from Justice Page, which is just 1 mile. Absolute value of -1, which is the distance to -1 is 1 mile. Absolute value of 1 is 1, because the distance from 0 to 1 is 1. Okay, so we have 2 places here. So what is the interpretation of absolute value? So absolute value here, absolute value of X is 4. I need to figure out, I mean, absolute value equation. I'm solving, I'm trying to get what is X is. So here is the meaning of it. The distance between 0 and a number X is 4, okay, in either direction. So what this X can be? What this X can be? And because you have 2 directions, either to the left or to the right, X can be 2 number. So the solution here can be 2 number. It can be 4 and also can be -4. Okay? So a distance between 0 and a number X, which I do not know yet, you know, is 4 in either direction. This number can be 4 and also can be -4. And this makes sense. Absolute value of -4 is 4. Absolute value of 4 is 4. So X can be -4 and X can be 4. So here is my solution for this equation. X can be 4, X can be -4. What about if it is not from 0? Let us see this example here. I'm solving this absolute value of X minus 2 equal 4. What does that mean? The distance between 2 and a number is 4 in either direction. So let's do this with number line first. So here's my number line. The distance between a number which I do not know yet and 2 is 4 steps on either direction. So either I go to the left and either I go to the right. So now you can see 2 number here has 4 steps away from 2. Either -2 or positive 6. So x can be negative 2 or can be 6. Let's check if this is true. If x is 6, 6 minus 2 is 4. Absolute value of 4 is 4, I'm right. Let's check the other one. What happened if x is negative 2? Negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4, and absolute value of negative 4 is also 4. So that's right. So x can be 6 or negative 2. Okay? We know to get the distance between two numbers, like for example, if you want to get the distance between 5 and 3, you just say 5 minus 3, which is 2. You know? So we subtract the two numbers, you get the distance between them. But what happens if I have a one was positive? So absolute value of x plus 1 equals 3. What does that mean? Oh, no worry. I can just change it. This is x minus negative 1. So I'm getting the distance between negative 1 and the number. So I'm looking for this number that give me the distance between negative 1 and a number is 3 in either direction. So here is my number line. Here is the negative 1. Okay. It has to be 3 steps away from negative 1 in either direction. So what x can be? So x can be 2 and x can be negative 4. Can you check that? Substitute. 2 plus 1 is 3. Absolute value of 3 is 3. Yep, it's correct. What about negative 4? Negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3. Absolute value of negative 3 is 3. Here we go. Do we have to graph the number line every time? No, we don't need to do that. Why? Let us see. So, let us see how can I solve this without drawing the number line. Absolute value of x minus 2 equal 4. I know that x absolute value of 4 is 4. Absolute value of negative 4 is also 4. So this quantity inside, which is x minus 2, can be 4. Because absolute value of 4 is 4. Or also this quantity inside x minus 2 can be also negative 4. So this quantity can be 4 because absolute value of 4 is 4. And this quantity can be negative 4 because absolute value of negative 4 is also 4. Okay? So you can just do it this way. You know, to solve the absolute value equation, just make your two branches. The quantity inside can be equal to positive 4. The quantity inside the absolute value can be equal to negative 4. And then just solve for x. Add 2. And then you get x equals 6 because 4 plus 2 is 6. Or you go to the other side also, you add 2. And then you get x equal what? Negative 2. So now this x here can be 6 and also can be negative 2. And that's it. That's how we solve it. So again, you can just say the quantity inside can be positive 4. The quantity inside can be negative 4 and solve for x. You solve the equation. Okay? And then you get the value for x. Some people make the branches and then they put absolute value here. Don't do that. Absolute value cannot be negative. That's going to be a huge error. So please don't make this misconception. The quantity inside can be 4. The quantity inside can be negative 4. Not the absolute value. Okay? Now, it's a question for Algebra Wonder. So, is there a possible value S for x that make this absolute value equations true? Is there such x that will make this true? Absolute value of x plus 1 equal negative 4. Negative 2 times absolute value of x plus 1 equal negative 4. Think about it. Share it with your